I'm not sure if you guys are on. I am going to turn off my notifications. Can anybody hear me? I'm going to wait a little bit before everybody comes on, but I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Can you hear me, John? Let me know, because this wasn't working yesterday and I did the whole story and there was no audio. Can you hear me? Let me see if I can get all notifications. Can anybody hear me before I get started? I'm running a little late. If you can hear me, please comment. Can anybody hear me? I might have to turn this on my desktop because I can't hear. Oh, great. Thank you, Mickey. Thanks. Anyways, we're going to get started. I wanted to wait and see if, so far I only have 2 people watching. I tried this yesterday and I didn't have any luck. Apparently I read the whole book and the audio wasn't working, and this isn't what I wanted to use. I wanted to use Streamlabs, but I couldn't get it to work. I'm not sure. I tried 2 different ones. So, hi Todd. Well, I'm going to wait 2 more minutes. Yeah, I tried Streamlabs, I tried Twitch, I tried this other one, Zoom. I'm not sure why, but this is the only one I can do. But I do a virtual reading. This is the first time. I usually do them in person. In July, I did one back in March at Norwin School District, and I do one every Christmas. But I want to let you know that Rocky is free on Kindle. I also have a coloring book. So I have 4 people. Come on, give me 20 people. No, give me 10 at least. I wish there were some little kids there. I don't see any. But I'm going to go ahead and start. There is a contest. If you look into discussion, there is a contest. I'm having a Target gift card, a free Rocky book, and a coloring book. I did a coloring book this year. So this is Rocky, although he's backwards for some reason in the film. But I wrote this in 2009. So we're going to go ahead and start. So the kiddies can rewind. I'll leave the contest up until Sunday. So that'll give the kiddies, I shouldn't read the comments, so I'll just go up here. I'm supposed to look at the camera. Okay. Can you hear me real good? Because I'm going to start to read. I don't hope you don't hear my music because I have some Christmas music in the background. But here we go. Chubby squirrels and chipmunks busily gathered nuts for the long winter ahead. Reindeer practiced jumping over snowdrifts, hoping to pull Santa's sleigh this year. Excitement filled the forest because it was time for the contest to choose the Rockefeller Christmas tree. And here's my little guys. Dina Colangelo did those. They're beautiful. And little Rocky couldn't wait for the contest. Rocky wasn't the biggest or the strongest. He was quite the opposite. He was a Norway spruce. Unlike any other spruce, his branches were bare and bent the wrong way, and his needles were hardly ever green. Still, he longed to be the Rockefeller Christmas tree. Look at how cute. Look at his big eyes. The animals made fun of poor Rocky for a seamlessly impossible dream. AJ the squirrel circled Rocky and sang, "You're limping bear, you'll never be the Rockefeller Christmas tree." As she combed her hair and admired her reflection in her mirror, Mrs. Pickle the skunk said, "What makes you think you can be the grandest tree for all the world to see?" Rocky lifted his branches and lowered his top. As the skunk walked away, tears ran down his twisted branches. He's crying. Forgive me, my allergies are bad. And I didn't sleep well. Rocky nodded off to sleep that night, away from the other animals, as marshmallow-sized snow began to fall. Gusts of wind howled through the forest and shook Rocky's branches. The tallest tree appeared, and high in the branches sat AJ the squirrel. In a booming voice, the tree asked, "I heard you're going to enter the Rockefeller contest." You see little AJ? I named him after my nephew. "Ah, yes," his voice trembling. "Who are you?" Rocky said, looking up at the huge tree. "The name's Spruce. Bruce Spruce," the burly tree said, as he tipped his top and held out his branches. See? He's a big guy. "Between you and me, kid, you don't have a chance. You're sure to lose. Not that I have anything to worry about by the looks of you." "Yeah, Rocky, withdraw your name," AJ added, trying to copy Bruce's bossy tone in his squeaky, squirrely tone. "You don't scare me." There he is. Poor Rocky. "Leave Rocky alone," a wee voice said behind Rocky. Rocky turned to see a little fairy hovering in front of Bruce's face. She shook her finger, Bruce as sternly as a delicate wood fairy can. "Remember what I said, Rocky," Bruce said before he and AJ departed laughing. The fairy turned her attention to Rocky. "Hello, I'm Mary Louise, the guardian of the forest," she said, buzzing around Rocky. "Bruce and AJ, they're full of hot air," the fairy said, dancing, trying to make him smile. Are you an enchanted fairy? Will magic make me strong and handsome like Bruce Spruce and the mighty white pine?" asked Rocky. "There's no such thing as magic. You just have to believe." Now, Mary Louise is beautiful. I love her red hair. I do, I really do. "Goodbye for now," Mary Louise said. Just as quickly as the fairy appeared, she was gone. "Believe, that's what I'll do. I'll drink more water and grow tall and green." The tiny tree imagined he had thick branches. Every day he would tell himself he was tall, fluffy, and green. Magically, things began to happen. The more Rocky believed, the more he became what he imagined. I do that every day. Lifting weights, elliptical, exercise. His branches unfolded into lush, dark green branches, and he grew twice the size. Rocky swayed proudly, swaying. However, his newfound confidence made the other animals suspicious. Of course they did. Of course they did. Mrs. Pickle and AJ huddled in the forest. "Have you seen Rocky? He's changed," Mrs. Pickle said. "His branches reach the sky," AJ replied. Actually, he should be more squiggly, so. "His branches reach the sky," AJ replied. "It must be magic." "Yes," said Mrs. Pickle. "The guardian of the forest must have put a spell on him. I'd better tell Bruce." By now it was time for the contest, and the trees practiced standing tall, all except Bruce Spruce. He and AJ hid at the edge of the forest behind the shadows, watching Rocky. Now look, those little devious look at them. Little snakes. "You're going to lose now, huh, Bruce?" squeaked AJ. "Bah! We must find a way to catch the fairy and make her change Rocky back." "How'll we do that?" "We'll set a trap." The despicable duo schemed up a way to trap Mary Louise. Her tiny home of pebbles and dried leaves were nestled in the forest, where Mary Louise made ornaments for the champion of the contest. Bruce made a net of twigs to trap the fairy. When Mary Louise left to gather more supplies to make her ornaments, AJ pounced out with the net. The powerful tree caught Mary Louise. Look at that. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Annette. When Mary Louise left to gather more supplies to make her ornaments, AJ pounced out with the net, remember? And the powerful tree caught Mary Louise. Do you see the little net? No, I just love that little net. I don't know why. And AJ's in the tree hiding, of course. A little snake. You used magic on Rocky. Change him back, or when I come back, I am going to tear down your house. Magic? Mary Louise giggled. I did no such thing. AJ held Mary Louise captive behind the mound of snow while Bruce entered the competition. There's no spell. I told Rocky to believe in himself. And anything is possible. Remember that, boys and girls, and moms and dads, and aunts and uncles. Believe in yourself, and anything is possible. Okay. AJ freed Mary Louise just in time to watch all the trees being judged. Do you see Mary Louise? She's hiding behind the mound. And look at little AJ, little sneaky poo. The helicopter. Okay. The judges flew overhead in the helicopter searching for the perfect tree. They inspected each tree and admired them for their height and their beauty, and they drew themselves up to their full height. But there was one who stood out from all the rest. Do you know who he was, boys and girls? Yes, it's Rocky! The one they were looking at was Rocky. Look at the helicopter, boys and girls. Remember the color of the helicopter. Yes, I used to teach preschool at kindergarten, bright and early in Oakmont. And there was another one on top of Verona Hilltop. I can't remember the name of it. Yes, I was a preschool teacher. We found the perfect tree, the judges shouted. Rocky's branches were decorated with red ornaments and twinkling lights. Thousands gathered, even Bruce, AJ, and Mrs. Pickles, who was still admiring herself in her pocket mirror, despite the amazing scene before her. Mary Louise, you see that? She's up there putting the star on. Mary Louise placed the star high on Rocky's top, but it was his smile that lit up Rockefeller Center. The fairy buzzed around Rocky, gave him a wink. I'll see you at the North Pole with all the retired Rockefeller Christmas trees. She gave him a wink and flew away. It was Rocky's happiest day. Now, this one is not the same as the one that's on Amazon. I did some revisions. It has a little bit more detail, more pages. But that's it, boys and girls, and moms and dads, and aunts and uncles. And I'll show you the bloopers at the back. We have Rocky's at the beach. And I have Christmas in July. And this mic's not too close. Okay, there. I dedicated this to my brother Louis, my sister Mary Louise, and my little sister Lori, who are no longer with us, but they're in our hearts. And I have the bloopers. And you can see Rocky's a little show-off with his selfie stick. And there's Mary Louise. No, she's not there. That's Mrs. Pickles. I don't have my glasses on. And she's putting on makeup. That's where she gets her big lips from me. No. I wanted them extra big. Ask Dina. I kept on saying, make them bigger. And then there's some reviews. And I got these. And this was what gave me the idea for the coloring book. Hi, Dina. Yeah, I am plugging your beautiful artwork. And Louis, that's Lori's brother. And I'm not sure who else that is. Daryl. And here's the real Rockefeller Christmas tree. And does anybody know in the audience what year the real Rockefeller Christmas tree came? Anybody? Dina? You should know that. And I have some real pictures Probably we're not going to probably be going there this year because of what's going on, but you can always look at the book. And we have Stella, the service dog. You see her? And let's see what else we have here. And we have the original. There it is. The first Rockefeller Christmas tree. Dina. Hi, Jeanette. We couldn't do this year, but we're doing it now on virtual. I don't like doing virtual, as you know. And I have some old pictures. And when I was a brunette, a lot bigger. Yes, I did lose some weight. And here's Rocky at the end. And Rocky is close to my heart. And we have the 2017 eclipse. Remember that, guys? That was fun, huh? And that's it. And like I said, the new coloring book came out July 15th. And it's available. And unfortunately, I probably won't be doing a Christmas, maybe a Christmas virtual. We should get Dina to do it with me. Huh, Dina? I would bring these with me, this little guy, and I'm trying to see. I forgot how this thing works. Dina, do you remember? Oh my God. I know there's something. You're supposed to press something. How could I forget how to use this? This is bad. I'm so weird. We can pretend it's Christmas, right? You'll be the sentimental feeling. Come on, guys. I can't turn it off. Help me. He should stop. Okay, there. Okay. Where was I? Oh, no, probably no book signing this year. Probably no schools, coloring contest. Maybe we'll do a virtual one. I hope we can do a virtual one. So, anyways, kids, the contest is in the discussion. So, go to the discussion under the event. Like I said, it's a gift card for Target, a coloring book, and a Rocky book. So if you have any friends or family, kids, nephews, nieces, granddaughters, grandsons, brothers, sisters that are little, definitely do it. And it was fun. See you later. Dina, you better call me. All right, guys. Merry Christmas in July. Thanks for listening.